Alright, let's get this over with. We're back at it. I think this is podcast number 4. We've been gone for a minute now.
Yeah, COVID.
This subject for this podcast was so intriguing I had to push it back a few weeks just so I could research it fully, Today we'll be talking about the Champagne Papa, the Love Doctor, the Sixth God himself.
Drizzy
Yeah,
Drake.
Drizzy Drake.
His whole discography.
Yeah.
We listened to all of it.
Unfortunately,
the past few weeks have been torture.
Mm-hmm. And I've destroyed my Spotify for the entire year. I can't wait to see my end of the year Spotify. It's just going to be completely Drake songs at this point.
It's been rough, man.
It has been, yeah.
We did a lot for this one.
I was in pain. I was in a lot of pain the past 2 weeks.
I should have done it the way he did it. He went top to.
I went most
oldest.
recent to the oldest.
I went old to new. So once I got towards the end, it was just man.
Oh, some rough days for me. Some rough days for all of us doing this. Oh, what can you say about Drake? He's probably, like it or not, he was probably the top artist in the game right now. If you throw Drake on a feature, that's instantly just gonna be everywhere.
I was gonna say he's the most popular artist right now. I wouldn't say top artist.
I was saying top artist in terms of being popular. Yeah,
I get you. I get what you mean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see Drake's name. That's
you gotta listen to the feature.
Well, Drake on the feature is a whole different story.
We'll get into that at the end. Yeah, that's true. Drake kind of goes hard on the features.
Get started on
Alright, let's get started. I actually thought for the longest time that Take Care was his debut album, but it is actually not. Thank Me Later is actually his debut album. It came out way back in 2010. And surprise, surprise, it went number 1 on the Canadian charts, if you want to guess. Because if you didn't know, Drake's from a small town in Canada.
You ever heard of Toronto? I bet you haven't, actually.
I honestly hadn't before Drake,
Drake made Toronto
really just, yeah, he did. Nobody heard of Toronto before, then he put it on the map.
Raptors who? Blue Jays who?
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Like it's one of the largest cities in North America, but, whatever. Drake's probably more popular than Toronto is anyway.
Yes, that's probably true. You think he's the most popular person from Toronto?
Let's see who else would be.
Is Bieber from there?
I think Bieber's from an actual small town in Canada.
Is he?
Yeah.
Look up where Bieber's from.
I guess.
I want to see if he's not the most popular person from Toronto. That would be really happy if Bieber was from there. So I know Bieber's more popular than Drake is.
London, Canada. Is that where's that at?
Is that a suburb?
Nice. It didn't search the actual place he's from. He's from Ontario.
Could be Toronto.
Oh, it's right across the border from Detroit.
Okay.
Oh, it's in between Detroit and Toronto. It's like halfway.
Gotcha.
Alright, so it's actually from a small town.
Yeah, okay. I can't hate on Drake then. He's not the most popular person from Canada, though. I give him that.
I think he's more popular than Bieber.
He's not.
Then at this point,
statistically.
At this point, maybe.
If we're going based on followers.
Viewership. If we're going from there. Yeah.
Biebs pulls the numbers.
I guess at least Drake hasn't told people to listen to their song repeatedly as they sleep, though. So.
Yeah. Well.
But that we're never gonna do a Justin Bieber podcast. I just had to throw that shade at him.
Biebs an up and coming rapper, though.
He is, though. That rap feature on that album, something else. Man goes in.
He does. That was kind of hard to accept. Anyways, we're getting way off topic here.
I just really don't want to go into this. I'm just.
You should have seen how long
I told you I was procrastinating. He came over like 9:30. It's 11 o'clock right now. I was just procrastinating the entire time.
It's like I don't want to talk about Drake for this.
Oh boy, I was actually okay. So let me just say this right now.
I was excited at the beginning.
And then at the end it was just depression. But I first heard of Drake when Nothing Was the Same dropped. I had not heard of him before then. So I actually had never listened to Thank Me Later before we listened to it for this podcast.
My first Drake song was The one with all the freaking features on it.
Forever.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah,
That was the first
yeah.
Drake song I ever heard.
I'll say this. I am very jaded towards Drake. I don't like what he's done recently, so I was completely judging him off that. Did you feel the same way about Drake? I guess I didn't ask you. Before you started listening to all his albums, how do you feel about Drake? Like, let's say I asked you this question a month ago.
I would think Drake was very overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I'll say this. Listening to his older music, I could see where it came from.
Yeah, I can see why people liked him in the beginning. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by Thank Me Later. I did not think there were a lot of terrible tracks. I thought he was just going to do a Scorpion thing, but, we'll get to that later.
Turns out that's an outlier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our life.
Not recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Views. Fireworks started. I was like, this song's gonna be ass, but it's actually one of my favorite.
Fireworks is a great song.
He going off. Fireworks.
And Alicia Keys has a great.
Let's talking about Drake not having memorable bars. Just named one right there. And then The Resistance has a decent beat to it. Has a decent sample. I like that. I guess. Over, probably one of my favorite Drake songs of all time.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably one of the first Drake songs I heard, honestly. I remember listening to that back in 8th grade. So yeah, I must have been on it.
Honestly, I don't remember Show Me a Good Time at all.
I don't remember most of these, no. But I don't know. I guess I was listening to these as I was working at my job, so I didn't really put full.
I was binge listening to these albums, so
yeah.
If
so
I would have taken more time,
together.
I only really remember a lot of the highlights.
Best I Ever Had.
Obviously.
Another good song, Yeah.
Thank Me Now. I like Thank Me Now.
Yeah, Thank Me Now is okay. Yeah, I like that song too.
Find Your Love. That's another one of the classic Drake songs.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. Find Your Love was that early. I did not know that was that early. I remember hearing it. I had
not heard that song before.
I remember hearing it, in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it wasn't when it first came out. Because when did this come out?
2010.
2010. It definitely wasn't in 2010 when I first started hearing Find Your Love. Because I lived in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So it definitely was after 2010.
I guess I don't really have much to say about Thank Me.
Thank Me Later,
Yeah, Thank Me Later as an album.
Move on. What's the next one?
Take Care.
Oh, is it really Take Care already?
Yeah, Take Care. Second studio album. Came out in 2011.
Alright, Take Care. I'll say it right now. That's my opinion, favorite Drake album.
By far my favorite Drake album. We're talking commercial mixtapes. Drake's gotten a little fucky with how he classifies his projects here.
Take Care is amazing.
Take Care is a great album. Yeah. It kind of there's a 7-minute interlude that got to me. If you just erase that, it would be fine.
Take Care, Marvin's Room.
Yeah. Over My Dead Body, Headlines, Crew Love, Take Care, Marvin's Room.
Make Me Proud.
We'll Be Fine, Lord Knows. Aside from the one
Doing
Rick
It Wrong.
Ross bar.
There's some great
HYFR
on here.
Obviously, one of the best bars of all time. Wayne's feature, unforgettable in that song. Then Practice,
The Motto, great album.
Yeah, if I was to suggest to a person to listen to one Drake album, it would be this one.
Take Care.
By far, yeah.
Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nothing after 2015.
Now, probably if you're reading this, it's too late to Take Care of the two must-listen to Drake albums. Mm-hmm. If by somehow you've never listened to Drake before this, which I think everybody in our age has.
Let me recommend.
Let me recommend other albums by other artists you can listen to instead. Such as CC Wall Behind Me.
You gotta get a Drake album up here.
No,
Come on, get Take Care.
I'll get Certified Lover Boy.
Replace.
I'll get the vinyl for that when it drops.
Replace Power. Put in.
Then I'm not got any Kanye representation.
Because Take Care has a great.
Except Kids See Ghosts. I don't have any solo Kanye representation up here.
I understand.
Also, I guess The Weeknd and Drake kind of beef over this because I did not realize this before researching.
Stolen songs.
But yeah, Drake apparently just was listening to some. Was in the studio at The Weeknd, and Weeknd was playing him some songs since they're on the same label at this point. And he's like, "I really like those beats. Give them to me." And then The Weeknd had to, since Drake was obviously bigger than he was at the time. So he
still is.
Yeah. Better. He's bigger, but I think The Weeknd's better than Drake, in my opinion. Yeah, so he took Shot for Me, Crew Love, and I believe there's one other one on here. Let me see here. There are 4 songs. The Ride, I don't really like that song. That's kind of like a weekend moaning for 5 minutes. It's one of those. That's one of those songs, you know. Which I'm not really a huge fan of when he does that, but hey, you know, that's his ting. That's his ting, you know. So
no,
you can just do
know.
that. You ever be writing with a pen and it just writes so good that you just want to fuck the ink?
Come on, man.
Because boy, we talked a few weeks ago about one of the best Rick Ross verses of all time, and he really starts this one off pretty rough. No clue what he's saying. But whatever, I guess you know, he's Rick Ross and I'm just me, so.
Big boss Rick Ross, as Ernie Johnson would say.
You know.
Alright. Nothing was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's move on.
Tuscan Leather?
I'm down for that one. Tuscan Leather. I usually don't like 6-minute long songs. This one's alright. Personally, throughout my listens of Drake, I prefer when he doesn't do a hook because I find his hooks very repetitive and annoying.
What was the prime example?
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. You know what I'm saying?
What was that?
You know,
the one song
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Started from the bottom. Overhyped song. Don't like that song.
That was
Forever is a terrible song.
That was the first single release from Nothing Was the Same, and that song was everywhere. Like I remember being in football camp.
Oh, that's good.
I'm just playing that over and over again.
What
again, Wu-Tang Forever. And one of my problems with Nothing Was the Same is that, Drake does this thing where he just likes to not start rapping or singing on the beat for like a minute.
I hate it.
He'll just like start it off and then just like moan or say some random shit and not actually get into the song. Or he'll do a beat switch like a minute and a half in, and I'm like, that kills the whole vibe of the song.
That for so long. He just has
these
minute-long intros to songs.
Album's going good, then you hit that part and you're just like, I don't want to listen to this anymore. And then by the time he actually gets to the rapping, you're like,
you lost me.
Yeah, you lost me. I'm skip this song.
Alright, what else on here?
He has that multiple times on here. Also, another thing I want to touch on, voicemails. Gotta cut that out. I know. It worked on Marvin's Room because it fit the story of the song. That doesn't mean you're allowed to do it 2 or 3 times on every album after this.
Hey, you know, if it works once.
I'm sorry.
Don't fix it if it ain't broken. Except it's broken.
It is, yeah. It is broken. Worst Behavior. Alright.
Oh, I didn't think it was Khalifa.
That was alright. Worst Behavior was alright, I guess. From Time. Jenny Aiko is kind of hot, but I guess I don't really have anything else to say about that.
Jenny Aiko, chew on the cheeks.
Guess I don't have much to say
about it. You gonna eat the booty like groceries?
Hold On, We're Going Home. That song was everywhere again. That was another single off this one.
305 to My City wasn't bad, actually.
Connect was alright. Language was kind of the same thing, or he kind of had
I didn't really like the language.
He kind of had a repetitive thing, you know, smoke and fuck. That's all that we do, honestly. Yeah.
Now you speak my language.
It's like you said that 20 times already. I got the point of the song now, Drake. I don't need you to say it again.
I like 305 to My City.
Too much. The Sanford. Drake wasn't too good on that one. Sanford carries that one easily.
Pound Cake. Jay-Z carries that one.
I'll say this about Pound Cake. I like Pound Cake. I don't like Paris Morton Music too.
I don't either.
I don't know why they included that on the same
Paris
song. Also, I guess we're all of a sudden listening to like a late night R&B radio talk show host now. If you're gonna do that throughout the entire album. Have it be a concept album and not just toss it on the final track of the album. That's one thing that really annoys me. You probably don't like Vince Staples very much. He does the whole album thing better on FM because he actually carries it throughout the entire album. Whereas here it's just like, oh, I'm an hour into this album. Let me just toss in this late night radio show host who's talking about whatever he's talking about on there. Yeah, Drake carries on here.
All me.
Cake. Whatever he says, 500,000 into it.
500 million, broke boy.
Hey, I mean, I guess I am closer, to $1 million than Jay-Z is, so.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
All Me, one of his best songs.
Yeah. I don't.
2 Chainz, goated.
Yeah.
Dig so hard, make the metal detector go off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good.
I guess I can't
bury me inside the Louis store, next to two bitches.
I can't think of a Big Sean line off that song. I won't lie.
Neither can I.
Not a Big Sean fan. I'll say that right now.
Yeah. Again, I get totally off topic, going on a tangent here. I feel like Big Sean, what was that one song off Cruel Summer he was on?
Oh man.
Oh, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Very repetitive. Again, same thing. So I guess he's a good feature for Drake then. That carry this thing.
Same energy.
Yeah, same energy on there.
If you're reading this.
Yes. If you're reading this, it's too late. And I think
Legend.
If you're reading this, it's too late. Probably my second favorite Drake's album.
Legend, Energy, 10 bands. It's really front heavy.
10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands. Fucking man. This is
Madonna sucks. That's a terrible
This is
song.
the only other album I would suggest anybody who hasn't listened to Drake yet listen to.
It's a good one.
Yeah, this was Drake.
Except for Madonna.
This was Drake at his peak, I think, personally.
Madonna's a bad song.
I think he peaked. His ego was at his max. He was really braggadocious on this. He was great. I think we also got to talk about
Star 67.
The beef he had on Six God, Six Man. You and the Six is like it. Well, I talked about that. I touched on this before. You and the Six is kind of like one of those end of the album things he has, kind of like Tuscan Leather, where he doesn't have a hook, which is one thing I love about that. He just raps for the whole thing, and it's like really, his whole concept is that he's just telling you about his life up to this point before he dropped the album. And I feel like You and the Six. He talks about his mom. He talks about how he grew up in a small city nobody knows about.
I didn't like the last couple songs.
Yeah, top heavy again.
Yeah, very top heavy.
We're top heavy as shit, Yeah. Again, first 5 songs on there are great.
Great songs.
Yeah. Then you got Madonna. Throw that off there.
Any song that has the number 6 in it.
Six God, Six Man.
It's pretty decent.
You and the Six, yeah. Party Next Door throws a feature that I don't remember on here.
Is that the one with is that Preach?
Well, he's on Preach and Wednesday Night.
Preach sucks.
Preach is a bad song.
His Preach verse is bad.
I heard somebody on Hip Hop Instagram say that Company would be a hit if it was released as a single. I personally don't believe that. Just because it had a Rodeo era Travis Scott feature on it doesn't mean it's a great song. I'm sorry. I'll say that right now.
I don't even want to talk about the next album.
Okay, I got a question for you. Do you think it snows a lot up in Canada?
Yes.
I think Drake likes sledding.
Probably.
Because he's going downhill really fast after this.
Wow, how long did it take you to write that one, huh?
I thought about that like a week ago, and I'm like, I gotta remember to say this in the podcast.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I'm like, am I missing something here? No.
He's going downhill real fast.
What a time to be alive, man. I hate this album.
This is also kind of in the same vein as If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, where is this a really egotistical rap, which we really hadn't heard from Drake before. Then he was just moaning about women and all his women problems, or how many women he got.
The only reason I hate this album so much is because I fucking despise Future.
I'm not a huge fan of Future. I feel like he can bring it on a few songs, but he gets very repetitive.
Nope. I hate his voice. I hate the way he raps. I hate what he raps about. He's repetitive as hell. He raps with the same shit all the time.
That's what I mean.
I fucking hate Future.
Oh, so first off, I guess this is a Metro Boomin produced album completely.
It's the only good part.
Again, Metro Boomin obviously brings with it. He had to be like 18 at the time this was released. Man's been in it from the start. Because he's only like 20. Let me fact check this. Let me fact check this real quick. I believe he's pull that up. He's 20. Okay, he's 27. I guess. All right.
So what? He was like 2015. I think he's like 22.
Yeah. What am I doing at my age? He's released multiple. You release Savage Mode. What am I doing?
That's another one we can do.
After he drops Savage Mode 2.
21.
Boy, where do we start with this album?
Bad,
Digital Dash.
Bad. You can talk about this album. I'm not saying shit about it. Terrible.
I got the Digital Dash. Just stop. I'll just say that right now.
Big Rings. Big Rings is
I
the
got
only song on here that doesn't suck.
I got some really big rings. I got some really nice things. I got it.
With no strings.
Thanks for saying that 20 times, Drake. Means a lot to me.
Live from the fucking gutter.
you heard that one line. You know what the song's about. Diamonds Dancing, Scholarships, and Plastic Bag are the best.
Plastic Bag's the best one.
That's the best three songs off this album from my perspective.
Jumpman.
And then Jumpman, bro.
Bro, that song is still overplayed. I haven't heard it in forever. It's still overplayed.
This was the song that came out.
God.
This was everywhere back in the day.
Listen, man, I probably wouldn't hate Jumpman if I hadn't heard it 87,000 times in the span of 3 months.
Yeah. This was my this song came out my freshman year of college.
Jumpman?
Do you know how many times I heard Antidote, Jordan Belfort, and Jumpman? They had. I went to a few parties. They had those 3 songs on repeat for the entire party. It was like, oh, Antidote again. Oh, Jordan Belfort. Oh, we're going to Jumpman again? Okay, that's cool. This was really when Drake became the thing. He became the chart topper at this point in his career. And I have no idea why this song was the song that blew him up. To that perspective, I know he already had number 1 albums at this point.
Jumpman.
But this got to the point where it was like ridiculous. This song was everywhere. And it's not a good song at all. I'll say that right now.
At least it's only 40 minutes. So
True. Thank you, Drake, for releasing an album that was under 70 minutes long. That means a lot to me, honestly.
Here we go.
Was 40 even on? 40 to 30 for 30 freestyle.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. I guess it doesn't really matter.
What about 40? Probably they'd be No Me.
Man, let's get on to the next one. Okay, let's see. How long of a release time was there between this one? Because I remember there was a bunch of hype for this next album.
A year.
There was basically about 15 months between the release of What a Time to Be Alive and Views from the 6 turned into Views.
I got a buddy, big fan of Views. Me, I thought Views was pretty.
That is not me.
Meh.
I'm not a big fan of Views.
I won't say that Views was bad, but I will not say that it was good.
I believe that this is the turning point in Drake's career.
Yeah, when he starts doing from...
When he realized he could release anything he wanted to, and it would still top the charts.
Yeah. And once that point comes around, it's just...
There's no going back.
No going back.
As the next 2 projects have shown from Drake after this one has come out. Starts out actually fairly strong with Keep the Family Close. I didn't actually hate this song.
Not terrible.
And then the next song does a complete 180. Turn that 6 into a 9 now. What the fuck does that mean, Drake? I'm sorry.
I didn't hate 9.
You with me? Again, I don't know. Okay. This is my problem with Drake. I don't know if they changed up how they produce Drake albums or whatever. It seems like the beats aren't as engaging as they were previously. I'm not a musician, so I don't know exactly what causes that. Just from my perspective, that's what I think happened here. And this album is very... It doesn't stick to one musical, I want to say niche. He'll go from a song where he's moaning about women to a song like Hype, where he's just... It has a really hard... I hate saying this term, but it has a hard trap beat to it.
And after Hype is Weston Road Flows.
It has a hard trap beat to it where he's really braggadocious. Like, it was a throwaway from If You're Reading This Is Too Late. And then he all of a sudden goes into Weston Road Flows and I Got Redemption on My Mind, where he doesn't even rap, he's just singing over the beat. And With You, Faithful.
This album's kind of all over the place.
Again, he pulls Party Next Door out of the OVO cellar for a feature again. He's like, you ain't releasing that. He's like, you ain't releasing. I'm gonna make sure you don't release an album, but you can be on a feature if you want to. Then you got Still Here again. Goes back to the hype type beat, hype type beat, and then he straight does another musical 180 with Controller. Keeps it on with one. I Need a One Dance. Got a bottle of Hennessy in my hand.
One Dance, not a bad song.
Goes back at it with.
Some people don't like One Dance.
I don't really remember what Grammy sounded like, except it has Future on it, so I'd imagine what that sounds like. Then you go back to Child's Play.
Child's Play's good.
Man, I can't condone that. I can't sign off on that, man.
You can't hate on it just because of the cheesecake thing.
He talks about he doesn't want to confront his girl. He doesn't want to talk about his problems with his girl, so he hides his car keys from her to not have that confrontation. How are you defending the song?
It's not a bad song. It sounds good.
I thought it was bad.
I like the
I'm
hook,
sorry.
Okay?
It has Metro Boomin production
I like
on
the
it, so
hook,
I guess I'll
and
give
it
it that.
sounds good. All right. It saves it for me.
Then you got that
Pop style,
that
obviously.
title Apple bullshit, whatever it's taken from a quote from Kanye West, pop style. Drake, why didn't you just release the single version?
The single version.
Kanye carries the song because he doesn't mention Channing Tatum.
They like Pablo.
Why or something, but I don't know. Whatever. I don't care at this point.
South.
Yeah. Kanye carries. He goes hard on this. And Drake just says, "I got someone in chains. Call me Channing Tatum," which is a pretty unforgivable bar from Drake at this point. Bro,
they do. They do call him that.
I know Quentin Miller ain't working with it anymore, but you gotta have better ghostwriters than this, bro. I'm sorry. Unless at this point in his career, after Quentin Miller left, he's actually trying to write his own shit. That's probably what happened, honestly. That's probably why I fell off. Quentin Miller's the reason Drake blew up in the first place.
Oh, man. You will get some hate for this one. Fired.
That's what happened, though. What's Drake gonna do, huh? Say I'm zanned out like he did for Kid Cudi?
Say he's upset. I'm upset.
Well, okay, we're a few hours away from that whole catastrophe.
Fired is out.
Rihanna probably carries that track. I honestly don't remember.
Views isn't that great.
Yeah.
Hotline Blings.
Drake tries to do the thing where he...
Hotline Blings.
Drake tries to do the thing where he... You know, like he did with Tuscan Leather and whatever else. Whereas in Views it didn't work for him. I don't know. I guess the beats sound really repetitive on here. I don't know if they're really just high-pitched, trebly beats. I guess I don't know what's up with that. And then Hotline Bling was everywhere. That was obviously a throwaway track that wasn't supposed to be on this album. But because it blew up, I don't know. I know at the time there was this thing with streaming services where, like, if a song blew the fuck up and it was just a single and you threw it on an album, all of those, like, streams would go towards that album. So
Dior on, like, 3 different albums.
Like that, yeah. That might be the first song to be on 3 different albums, honestly. I can't think of a different one like that.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Yeah, for real.
Pop
Wish you were still
Woo.
here because you release better music than Drake does.
More life, baby.
This is where Drake became unforgivable at this
more
point.
life.
This is an unforgivable.
All my homies love More Life.
It got better with age only because of the album he released after it. I'll say that. And that is not a compliment to this album at all. Don't get it twisted here. It's not at all. More Life is pretty much...
Got a couple decent songs on it. A couple.
We'll get to that. More Life is pretty much just 80 minutes of Views throwaways. So if you really liked Views, you'll probably like this. Because Drake is in his ting on this one.
I don't think that's the proper use of that. Where he's like doing his ting?
He's doing his ting.
His ting?
He's doing his ting. You know, he reached into the bag of
Jamaica.
Of D-grade samples he had.
He reached into his Rasta bag.
He did. He recruited some grime rappers to be on this. Sorry, Gigs. I haven't listened to your music, but I'm gonna hate on you for this. Mainly because Drake tries to imitate everybody on this album. I feel like Drake, back in the day when he did Thank Me Later, Take Care, and Nothing Was the Same, he had his own voice to him. You could tell, oh, that's Drake. He had his own cadence, his own flow.
Kind of the Wheezy.
His own thing. Well, some of the bars. He kind of like Wheezy Ghost wrote that for you, didn't he?
Same thing with Nicki Minaj, though.
With the whole thing where it's like, he does that thing, like, met a female dragon, had a fire conversation or whatever.
The punchlines.
The punchlines. You can tell that Wheezy was behind those, but I feel like, for the most part, you know, you could kind of tell that, oh, you know, this
he had his own style.
This is a Drake thing. This one, it seems like, I don't know if he just ran out of... If he just ran out of ideas, or what happened here.
We didn't even talk about that.
I got that written down here. I guess, yeah, we could have covered that.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about
the beefs later.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely...
I'm excited to get into singles, though. That's where things actually get okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's a singles
artist, boy, this album...
Free Smoke's not terrible.
You could tell you're in for a long ride, because Free Smoke's not bad, but then the last 30 seconds, I don't know if it's Drake or just a random Jamaican dude hopping on here, but they just start talking. The beat cuts out and then they just start talking in this really Jamaican accent or whatever, and it's just
No
like,
long talk.
what did I get myself into? And then Drake hops in to his Jamaican thing.
That's a bad look, man.
It is. And then Passion Fruit's good for the first 30 seconds, and then
Yeah.
his dad hops on again with the voicemails being like, hold up, run this shit back. Why? We're not in a club where like people aren't ready for it. We're listening to it on a streaming service, Drake. What are you doing?
Hold on.
I'm like, it's it all right, and then that happens. And
Plug that shit.
like, again, killed my vibe. You know, same thing as Nothing Was the Same. Took a minute for him to get into this track. Really, it's a decent track. I'll say that. Why did that have to be added to it though? And then, oh boy, I guess Georgia Smith's kind of hot. That's all I gotta say about that. He got Mediva Rhythm Blem 4422. Just the he really dives deep for this one. He really dives into the whole Jamaican thing.
To be fair, I didn't hate Blem. I did not hate Blem.
I'm just gonna say
because he didn't really go that deep into.
I'm just gonna say I hate it for the idea behind it. You know,
I get you.
You're a Jewish Canadian, Drake. You're not Jamaican.
I get what you're saying.
If you wanted to break out some Hebrew on us, you know, I'd be fine with that. Hasn't done that. Broken out the Arabic though.
I don't think the Hebrew would go translate very well into a song.
He did that with the Arabic though.
I guess, yeah.
Gail Chester's alright, just because of the Gucci Mane line on there.
I've never known how to say that word.
I can't take it.
Gail
Chester. No, don't worry. I was in England, you know.
Oh yeah. You know all the pronunciations.
Yeah. Again, I can't take any because I'm wearing all white.
The best line on it.
Best line on that song.
Best line on the album.
Skepta interlude. Oh, I'm sorry, Skepta. I don't mean to hate on you. I just don't really fuck with the grime. We're
rap. Not big grime guys.
No.
We'll be the first.
If that hasn't become apparent at this point, Portland has some pretty killer features on it with Quavo and Travis Scott, but I don't really remember this track at all. Is that the one with Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes? Michael Phelps with the swim. That
was that one?
Drake, bro. I don't know if you just got a bunch of yes men in the studio with you, but that ain't it, bro. I'm sorry. That is that song, by the way.
Michael Phelps with the swim moves.
That's not even like a Wheezy bar.
The swim moves.
That's not even a Wheezy bar. That's like a D-class Wheezy bar right there. Like Wheezy, that's too bad. Wheezy wouldn't even rap that. Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes, just
Sacrifices. I don't remember anything about that song.
It has 2 Chainz Young Thug. Don't remember anything about it. Again, and another
which is surprising because it's 2 Chainz Young Thug.
Another problem I have with these songs as Drake has progressed in his career, Views, More Life, and Scorpion, is that they aren't 3-minute long songs. They're 5-minute. They're 4.5, 5-minute long songs. So it's like, I hate this. But let me see. Oh, it's going on for another 4 minutes. I'm only a minute into this, and it already feels like it's like a 3-minute long song. Nothing's Into Something, Teenage Fever.
Nothing's Into Something isn't that bad. And neither is Teenage Fever.
I don't remember any of those songs.
Those songs
I'm
are
sorry.
okay. They're okay.
KMT.
R.I.P. X.
Man, Drake, I don't care what you say. There is no way you didn't steal that flow from X.
How you gonna steal the flow of like the hottest song of that year? Or not that year, a couple years ago.
Wasn't that year. It was 2017. That's
so last year.
Yeah.
When did that song come out?
I feel like it came out like a year before, and then it blew up like a year after. Yeah, 2016 was a pretty good year for music. You know,
as people have said before.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the first person to say that. Hot take: 2016 was a good year for rap music.
It's not a hot take, but alright.
KMT.
When did this come out?
2015.
2015.
Yeah. I don't have anything from 2016.
I don't think you do.
Oh. Alright, well, Lose You, don't remember anything. Can't Have Everything is an alright. Drake actually raps on that, because one thing Drake really does recently is he does this thing between singing and rapping, which I really hate when he does that. I'm like, pick a side. And he just never does. I don't know if it's something with his flow that he does. I just find it really annoying, and that really becomes apparent on the next album. But my hatred for that album is just not...
seething.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Glow. Kanye West feature.
I don't remember this song.
Watch out for me, I'm about to glow. It's alright. It's not a. You wouldn't play it at a party, but it's an alright song. Again, pulling Party Next Door out of the OVO cellar, out of the OVO cellar again for a feature. This song is 6 minutes long, so it must be just a sleepy bad song. I don't remember this at all.
Fake love.
At this point when I was listening to it, I'm like, this is like, I almost snapped him and was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like 5 songs into this album, but by the time I got to go on, I'm like, I can make it through. And since Way Back came on and I said it was 6 minutes long, I'm like, I'm not sure I can make it. But then like Fake Love is next, and I powered through. Fake Love. It's an art song. I feel like this song came out before. Was it a single?
I would imagine it was.
It was the first single off this. Yeah, released 5 months before. Alright, yeah, so that's why I heard that one. So that song probably blew up too, since at this point, Drake, #1. Yeah. We're synonymous.
Fake Love's not bad. It's catchy.
Sorry, Young Thug, I'm sorry, man. You've had some good features in the past. I just don't remember them from this album at all. Because he's on Ice Melts. Don't remember that at all. Do Not Disturb, again, as already stated. Best song by far off the album. Probably one of my favorite Drake songs, if I do say so myself. You know?
Sure.
I guess what Drake focuses on this song is like, he actually made it at this point. You know, he's rapping about how he's in Germany and like everybody knows every lyric to his song, and that just blows his mind. And I'm like, okay.
You like introspective Drake?
I do. Introspective Drake, probably my favorite.
Introspective music in general.
Favorite Drake, probably my favorite Drake.
People get introspective. That's why I like Kanye so much.
Yeah, I like when people have emotion behind
very personal
behind their music.
Artist.
Like 808's "Man on the Moon."
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons why I hate Drake, because it seems like he's very shallow and doesn't put emotion into his music. It seems like he's just phoning it in over and wow, we're really blowing through this right now. We're at 36 minutes.
Yeah, I told you. We're going to get blow right through this. I don't have a lot to say about Drake, man.
Neither do I. Yeah.
Not to hate Drake or anything. Because Drake's put out definitely some good songs that I definitely do like.
Drake's getting the bag. I just don't like how he's going around getting the bag, you know?
We got a couple other things we can talk about after Drake's done. Like this guy. Disgusting.
Boy. Where do we start with this next album? We gotta touch on the beef that led up to this.
Oh, we're gonna talk about beefs now? We completely skip Meek Mill.
Can't
just talk about his L's.
No, this next one.
Skip his dubs.
This next one is too important.
Back to Back's a great song.
To what happened with this one. Okay, we could actually we could touch on Meek Mill now, if you want to.
You'll wonder what Meek will do.
Drake released Charged Up. It was an alright diss track. First off, Meek came at Drake for having ghostwriters, which is actually true, because Quentin Miller was his ghostwriter, so I don't even understand why.
There's a lot of people that don't write, though. I guess with the whole writing thing, if you don't credit your writers, then it becomes bad.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing.
Or it's known that Kanye's got writers.
Yeah.
No one judges Kanye for having writers because he's open about his writers, he credits them.
Yeah.
If you say you don't have a writer,
I feel
then you start
the Know Yourself reference track. The fact that he didn't put Quentin Miller. I'm not sure if he went back and changed it later, but I feel like he had to have not credited him initially. That's how that whole thing started. So Meek Mill called him out for that. And then Drake released Charged Up, and Meek Mill didn't do anything. So then he released Back to Back, which was an alright. At the time, I probably would say one of the best diss tracks I had heard of. Radio friendly diss track, which is something you don't really hear. But again, it's Drake, so it's going to be radio friendly whenever he drops anything. And then Meek Mill responded with a stupid decision to sample The Undertaker's theme song. And without Undertaker's permission, I should say. So he got sued up the ass, and then that song disappeared.
Shout out Mark. What is it? Mark Calloway, I think his name is?
Yeah.
Calloway,
yeah. Yeah, so
old-ass man.
Meek Mill just took the L without doing anything on that. And that came out around the time as What a Time to Be Alive, and if you're reading this, it's too late, so I was Drake is most egotistical. He felt like he couldn't be beat by anybody because he had just bodied this street rapper. I guess I'm not really a huge Meek Mill fan.
Got bodied by a singing.
So I can't really talk on that.
Meek Mill is the kind of rapper that thinks yelling makes it more...
yeah, that's true.
Makes him higher value artists.
He had that one song that he yelled on that I thought was alright. I don't really care enough to look that up, what that song was. I think it was off like an album that had a green cover.
One of his newer albums.
Doesn't matter, yeah. And then, I guess to give some backstory to this.
I'll say that about me and John. It's a very bad thing about our musical thing. If we don't like an artist, we're not going to check out any of their music.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'm like,
I've never listened to a Meek Mill album.
I'm like, this is just a bad.
I've never listened to a Big Sean album.
Why would I take my time to listen to it?
I don't like this Big Sean song. I'm just going to ignore all of his music.
Well, why would I listen to an album if I don't like the music? You know.
What if you end up liking it?
I guess I don't know.
You know. What was the first Denzel Curry song? Oh, okay, Ultimate's a great song.
Yeah.
I already knew the answer
then he
to that
released,
question.
well, it was Nostalgic 64, which I haven't listened to. Then Imperial, which is alright.
Zoo.
Obviously that one. You know.
You skip Zoo. You just gotta skip
I listened to Zoo.
Like
Speedboat was alright on there. I think it had a good Rick Ross feature on there somewhere.
We're not talking about fucking Denzel Curry.
Alright, to give some backstory to this next beef before we hop into the most recent album. As you know, Kanye went to Wyoming to work with a bunch of artists on a run of albums he did.
Yeah.
And Drake was one of the artists.
Good run of albums.
That was invited out to Wyoming. And Drake told Kanye some personal things while he was out there. And let's just say that blew up in Drake's face later. But in an interview later, Drake said it seemed very odd because he thought Kanye was going to help him out with his upcoming album Scorpion, and Kanye just wanted to release Ye, or wanted him to work on Ye with him. And I think Drake actually does have some writing features on Ye. I guess I'm not going to look that up, but I know he has writing features on there for one song. And then I don't remember what happened, but he released Duppy Freestyle after that, where he's like, I pretty much made you popular, or I made you relevant again, you know, you have to pay me or whatever for this or whatever. And I thought Duppy Freestyle was an alright diss track coming from Drake, you know, because he still thought he was undefeated in the beef game at this point. Even though he kind of had beef with Joe Budden, but he didn't really respond to that.
Joe Budden.
It's Joe Budden.
Imagine beefing with Joe Budden.
Nobody cares about Joe Budden.
Some people like Joe Budden.
I think Joe Budden's alright because he's not bought up by the industry. Like, he just talks about whatever shit he wants to.
Yeah.
You know? He'll talk about whatever.
Old head.
You know? True, though. Why are you happy? Don't be happy. You gotta be depressed.
That's one of the best Joe Budden moments ever.
Just all red in the face, yelling at Yachty. Yeah. It's like, you gotta go through some shit to release an album. But
then there's
Pusha T clapped back because first off, on Duppy Freestyle he threw jabs at Kanye because Kanye is one of the biggest names in the game, and Drake obviously couldn't have
Pusha T.
Drake had to be top dog. He couldn't be disputed number one with Kanye, so he threw some jabs at Kanye, and then Pusha T came out with the story of Adidon.
Oh man, that one's
which is probably the biggest L anybody's ever been served in my lifetime. He just comes right out and says it.
It's gonna be a surgical summer.
It was. He borrowed Jay-Z's The Story of O.J.
There's a baby involved. It's deeper than rap.
And
you are hiding a child. Let that boy come home.
He told the world
deadbeat
that that Drake was hiding a child from the world that he had with a former adult actress. This one probably hit Drake pretty hard, and of course the album cover was him in blackface. Which I remember he released some sort of explanation, but that's you should still be like, look in the mirror as they're doing makeup and be like, this is probably a bad look if I do this. Absolutely body Drake on this song. There's absolutely no way Drake could come back. He didn't even try to come back from this.
I'm upset. He's upset.
I'd imagine he was pretty upset from this. Yeah, he says on here, I guess I never looked up to see if this was true, but he said that Drake was planning on telling the world that he had a child by doing an
Adidas press run?
an Adidas collab with his child for whatever reason, which is weird because all he talks about is his support with Nike. But,
yeah.
Whatever, I guess he's big enough, you know, to where he can do whatever he wants to.
Say you can. You like.
And then Drake went on.
I won't lie though. Adonis or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cute kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hope my future children.
He is. Drake then thought that Kanye was the one who told Pusha T or the world about this. And then it turned out that his own producer, 40, told a girl he was sleeping with about Drake's child.
The fucking 40 line that
40 hunched over like he 80.
That boy is 6.
Tick, tick, tick. How much time we got? The man is 666.
I got the devil.
666. Because OVO 40 has MS, which really, that was a little too far right there for Pusha T, but...
How much time that man got left?
And I guess I didn't even hear anything from 40 about that. Like, I'm sure that was an awkward... 40 was probably in the studio, just sitting in the back when Drake walked in, like, just trying to hide in the shadows in the corner. Just like, I don't know about that, man.
What's up, Aubrey?
Drake got those mob ties, though. Got to be careful around him.
I remember hearing a song. I remember one of the lyrics he said. He was like, "Just got a new Beretta, can't wait to let that thing go." And I was like, "Drake's
yeah, Drake, yeah, Drake." Really, I don't believe Drake. Drake's probably like the softest guy trying to act tough. Like, he's singing.
The only person I'm scared of with a Beretta is R. Kelly.
Probably, yeah.
In my closet.
That's true, yeah. Because he just pops out the closet. You walk in the room, he just pops out the closet. I shoot him.
Start shooting at the air.
Yeah.
R. Kelly's dangerous.
It's like you're just talking to people, having a discussion, and all of a sudden
reason.
it's just like bang, 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 you know, and you're just like, whoa, why do you fire off a gun in my apartment?
R. Kelly's dangerous for more than one reason.
Think about it. If they hadn't rented that apartment on the 4th floor, never would have happened.
Never.
Drake took a massive L, and this was all up to the release of Scorpion, his most recent album.
Oh, yeah.
And how would Drake respond to this? How would Drake possibly respond to this massive L he took, do you think?
He's upset.
He is very upset. That is true.
That's how he responded.
He did explain his actions on a song here. I'm looking for the exact bar.
Oh, man, this song, bro.
Emotionless. Okay, let's just start off from the top. We'll get down to Emotionless after this. I would want to say first off, this was marketed as a double album.
A-side, B-side.
As a double album, with the first side being the rap side and the second side being the R&B side. This album is 90 minutes long. And I will tell you right now, this album at multiple points almost made me throw my phone across the room. I just wanted to stop I wanted to stop listening to music in general halfway through this album. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Is music even good, man?
I was really thinking, reevaluating my whole life. Why did I get into music in the first place after listening to this album?
Is this all music is? This?
Oh boy, the beats on this thing. Okay, I guess it looks like to me he's kind of got. Okay, 40 did not produce most of the tracks on this album. It doesn't look like. It looks like 40
Maybe he was upset with 40.
40 really didn't produce much on this album in general. Actually, I'll say that. I don't know if that means he's just outsourcing his beats or just buying them off SoundCloud, whatever. I don't know.
Drake type beats.
This album, this is the apex of my problem with Drake. He has very sleepy, unengaging beats on here that don't help with his unengaging raps.
Sleepy, unengaging.
I don't know
verses.
if it's the way they mix his voice post him rapping. I don't know if he's not rapping about anything of substance throughout the entire track or the entire track list in general.
I'm gonna pull up the track list real quick. I gotta look.
This album is probably, I could say they could just play this for 90 minutes if they were ever questioning me in a police station, and I'd break it within 10 minutes because I just like, make it stop. I can't do this anymore, please.
They start playing like freaking.
They start playing the B side. They start playing the B side of Scorpion, bro. I'm cracking within the minute.
Yeah, they start playing freaking Final Fantasy.
I'm cracking within the minute, bro. I'm sorry.
Jaded.
Oh boy, Survival. I don't really even know.
Non-stop.
Probably.
It's okay.
I hate using the hypest album off the hypest song off the album. Even it doesn't have the drums or the bass on it that I would want from a track like this. I just flip the switch, or I just hit this flip. What?
I don't know nobody else that's doing this.
That's a weak ass chord straight. I'm sorry.
I just hit a left like a MB Dex.
Oh man.
Yeah, I went with London the Eurostep.
With the Eurostep, man. Stop.
How'd I go from 6 to 23 like I'm LeBron?
Oh. Just
what song did he try the 02 into the 03?
Cringy bars.
Is that God's Plan?
0 to 100. 0 to 100.
Oh.
Then you got Non-Stop. Elevate's probably my favorite track off this album. It's alright.
That's fair.
I feel like I'm making Elevate out to be greater than it is because the whole rest of this album is just terrible in my opinion.
Turn the 02 into the 03 is God's Plan.
Oh yeah, it is. Whatever
that means.
Like O2 is an arena in London, but
yes, I know that part. But why is it the 03?
Can I get into? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be a nerd.
Because he elevates it. I don't know. Turns it up.
Oh boy, Emotionless up next. This is where Drake, I believe, first addresses Pusha T. Pusha T's the story of Adidon.
This song, man.
Massive L.
Whenever explain me, when I was being a deadbeat.
When I was listening to Scorpion, all I could hear was just the beat to the story of OJ in the back of my head. You know, there's no coming back from that, Drake. Don't even address it. Just move on, okay, bro? You took the L. There was no way you recovered from that. Talking about some girl who took multiple pictures and then waits to post them on Instagram to make people think that she's still traveling. Why do we need that bar? That takes up like 4 or 6 bars on the song. Why? I don't care about that. At this point, honestly, at the beginning, did you believe that these girls were real that Drake was rapping about? Because at this point, I don't at all. I believe he's just pulling shit out of his... you know, just like, whatever.
Pulling shit out the bag.
Yeah. Oh.
God's Plan.
Man, my God. And
God's
Plan. Try to impress people.
Is this the song where he does the whole hiding?
I was gonna get to that. Drake addresses it in 2 bars here. He says, "I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid."
Come on, cuz.
Man,
come on, man.
Man, just say you had a kid, man. It ain't that hard. Don't hide it from people. Would anybody have cared if he came
just
out?
Say you were a shitty father.
If he came out initially and was like, "I had a kid," whatever, you know.
It's just the way the news came out.
Yeah, and that's the way the news goes. You know, that's all I had to do. You didn't have to. You didn't have to do it like this, Drake.
Did you have to throw in the Rick and Morty reference?
I don't know what his idea was. I felt like he would have taken a massive L even if Pusha T hadn't done that. He's like, "Yeah, I had a kid like a year and a half ago. Here's an Adidas collab." I don't believe that would have gone over well, in my opinion. Again, Drake's a deadbeat dad. He's obviously a shitty significant other since he raps about cheating on girls all the time in his music.
I think I'm addicted to taking. Sitting talking about bitches that we almost had.
Like that. Drake won't let a girl go. He has to get the better of her. It seems like otherwise she just lives in his head rent free until he like moves on to the next girl. Again, we're throwing it way back. I'll say this. On one line on Thank Me Later, he says something about
Thank me now.
How he's not gonna call his grandmother who's just been admitted to the hospital, but he will text his side chick while he's in bed with his other chick. And I'm like, come on, man. I don't even have to say that ain't it, because that's just wrong, man. I'm sorry. Like,
that's a bar though.
You know, a wise man once said nothing at all. You're not a wise man, Drake. Say nothing at all. You know?
You think Drake's not a wise man? Like Frank Ocean? You like that?
No.
You like that?
God's plan.
What I did there?
God's plan.
You know, the song?
Yeah. Got it. God's plan. Again, first single released from this album.
The song was okay.
I believe it was just tossed on here at the end.
Alright.
God's plan. Handed out money to people in the street, you know, whatever it is.
Make sure the north side...
I'm upset, man.
Me
50,000 on my head. That's disrespect. I'm upset that he released this album, honestly. Scorpion, when he had Scorpion and he had the Assassination Vacation tour, you're like, he's about to bring it back to the If You're Reading This Is Too Late days. No. He did not do that.
No! Anger.
Gotta hate on Drake for shouting out A$AP Rocky in this song.
Another man's kind of falling off a little bit.
He just doesn't release any music.
Testing.
Testing's overrated.
Okay.
No, it's not. I listened to that. That's bad.
When's Wang Sap coming out?
For real, when is Wang Sap coming out?
Anyways.
Again, Drake, I don't know what song streak he's on right now. Rapping about women again, surprise, surprise.
8 out of 10.
My dad still got child support from 1991. I mean, you got child support too, bro, so...
It's that porn star.
Yeah. Gotta make sure she's your world.
You were hiding that child. Let that boy come home.
Again, gotta buy a vest and a tech.
I'm sure he does.
Stop, man. Please stop at this point.
That man out there banging.
Who are you beefing with? You're not beefing with somebody like 50 Cent, who's a real... You know, who's really in the street, who's really about that life. Okay. Pusha T, I guess.
Pusha T's a drug dealer.
Yeah, he's a drug dealer.
Obviously.
I mean...
That's all he raps about.
50, you know, obviously 50 got shot, you know.
A couple times.
And lived, so.
Many men wish death upon 50. Many men also wish
That's
death
right.
upon Pop Smoke, but it was a different story.
50 Cent is pretty much undefeated in the beef game. Nobody wants to come at that man. Hey, I'm just saying.
Not true. Didn't we talk about this already? Him losing that beef to Kanye?
Yeah.
That was more like a
that was more
of like competitive spirit.
hyping up album sales. That wasn't really like...
That wasn't really a beef.
That wasn't like... 50 wasn't like, fuck Kanye.
Still took a
I hate this man. You want to talk about that shit?
Still took an L.
Talk about Ether, bro. The Jay-Z still... Nas is living to Jay-Z's head rent free. I saw a picture where Jay-Z has waited to release an album until Nas has released an album. After every album release after Ether came out. Have you listened to that song?
No.
Nas says Jay-Z has dick sucking lips in that song. And I'm like, man...
Got the DSLs.
Come on, man. That's taking a little too far there, don't you think?
JT do got the DSLs, though.
8 out of 10, man. More just...
Not the ranking of this album.
Oh, boy. Too Rich for Who, y'all just got rich again. I remember this song. Who grips the mic and likes to kill their friends? Why?
Man, John, you look visibly upset.
Drizzy about to drop. The game is in disarray. Oh, man. Just talking to people's sisters and their wives. And it's just like, I don't care. The only deadbeats is whatever beats I'll be rapping to. I mean, that's kind of facts, though. They're kind of dead. But don't bring up deadbeats, bro. After what happened to you, don't do it, man.
I'm glad he threw out that deadbeats thing because he knows how trash these beats are.
Kiss my son on the forehead, then kiss your ass goodbye. I've settled into my role as the good guy. Have you now, Drake? Interesting.
Hey, you know, he gave his son like a birthday present or something like that.
Mob Ties, bro.
I got Mob Ties.
This song is alright. This is probably one of the best beats on the album. But man, you gotta stop it, man.
Can't take a joke.
I'm a Dada. My bitch in Chanel now. You bitch in Escada. I'm not with the rah rah. It's like,
the rah rah.
Don't call yourself a Dada. What
the rah rah in it. I wish that song was on streaming services.
Can't take a joke.
Clearly.
I thought this was probably one of the best beats on I'm not gonna compliment Drake's verses at all because I don't believe any of them are good on this album. But this is all right.
My favorite song on the album is definitely Sandra's Rose.
I guess when he's rapping about staying up late night at the studio or whatever, that's all right. I guess
Sandra's Rose was
maybe
a
going
band.
to tell. Sandra's Rose is all right. Yeah, I'll say that. That's one of my favorite off the
Talk Up.
track.
Jay-Z coming through that.
You know what I'm
To
saying?
bless our ears with something that's not.
You know what I'm saying? I was about to call Jay-Z the GOAT, honestly. At this point, I couldn't. I almost just shut off Scorpion. At this point, it's too bad. I couldn't do it.
I think how half this is gonna be us shitting on Scorpion.
You know what I'm saying? Really? You know
It deserves it. It deserves it.
That's the chorus to this song. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a child could have written that chorus, honestly. Did Adonis write this for you?
Adonis wrote the chorus.
Honestly, though, bro, give him some writing. I guess I haven't checked the writing features. He could be. He could be.
You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z the GOAT, though, for this, honestly.
Just giving us something,
Yeah, honestly, I will say this right now. I love the feature on Scorpion just because I don't have to listen to Drake's voice.
Well, you're not in luck for the B-side.
It seems like he is teasing us with this next song title. Is there more? Because it's like there's 50 minutes more, and nobody else wants to listen to this.
I can't believe there's another 50 minutes after this.
Again, I believe that most of these songs are over 4 minutes long, at least 3.5, 4 minutes long, and they could easily be 2 minutes long and get the same point across, but he just drags them out.
We need to talk about all of these songs.
Oh,
on the B-side.
my God. By the time B-side got around, they all just seemed to fade into one song for me. We could talk about the big songs off of this.
Nice for What?
Nice for What? Why not?
That's a good one. I don't hate Nice for What. Uh-huh.
It's alright, yeah.
These hoes, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the breakdown. Yeah. Ratchet, Happy Birthday.
Again, this one Drake went full commercial mode. He ain't releasing music for anybody. None of the lyrics are of substance. He's just doing this for streams at this point.
The club banger.
Club bangers. Club bangers only.
Get the girls popping.
Absolutely no deeper meaning behind the lyrics on any of these songs.
In my feelings.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?
Don't matter to me. Just playing off dead Michael Jackson. Auto-tuning his voice.
Everyone was doing that dance out the car, and I'm like, why? Why are people doing this? Don't matter to me again. Just found some old hard drive with Michael Jackson verse on it and just threw it on here. He compares himself to Michael Jackson, and I'm like, no.
You gotta stop doing that.
No,
I can dance like Michael Jackson.
Okay, first off, you can't dance like Michael Jackson. You can't sing like Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna show you how to get it.
So, I mean, what are you comparing? We're gonna tip off that. After Dark, Final Fantasy. Oh my God, the last 3 tracks off this one.
Pause. Bad, John. Bad.
The Millie Bobby Brown thing was kind of
stop.
It was kind of sus. That's all I'm gonna say. We can move on from here.
Hold up. Don't turn 18. You're too sick.
Don't turn 18.
Don't turn 18. You're too sick.
The last 3 songs on here again, just the same
After
shit.
Dark,
Same shit.
Final Fantasy. Bars
Forgettable bars. Every song's seems like it's 10 minutes long, but it's not. It's a slog to go through. I guess Ty Dolla $ign. Okay, I guess that proves you wrong. Ty Dolla $ign does make bad music since he's on After Dark.
Ty Dolla $ign does not make bad music.
Since he's on After Dark. Is that the one where he shouts out fucking... I don't know.
I will always stand by
March
that.
March 14th is Drake trying to go back to his Do Not Disturb, Tuscan Leather. No hook. Just completely rapping. And it just blows up in his face because it's like... At least for me personally, I don't know if other people like this track, but I'm like, you took a massive L. Don't even address this anymore, as I said before. Yeah. Oh, man. I don't even want to look at the lyrics for this thing. I only met you once. Introduced you to Saint Nick. He says, like, one time. Says they only hooked up one time. I'm changing from a boy into a man. He's not the boy anymore. Champagne Poppy. This was the evolution right here. You know? Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not listen to Care Package or Darkling demo tapes.
Neither did I. I know that.
So I can't give a full opinion because I don't know.
Care Package is just a bunch of old.
I don't even know if I know any of these songs.
It was just a bunch of old like Drake singles lumped together into a mixtape just for to make money. That's what it was for. Care Package has the draft day. Okay, I'll say this about Drake.
Draft day.
4 p.m. in Calabasas, 5 p.m. in Toronto. I believe it's called 5 a.m. in Toronto. Drake has this series of songs where he has a time and a city, and I don't know, they're alright. Probably some of his best songs, but Draft Day.
Johnny Manziel.
Bro, that coldest take ever taken.
Draft Day. A. Wiggins.
He shouts out Andrew Wiggins and Johnny Manziel, who were both probably some of the biggest busts ever drafted.
I will say Andrew Wiggins is much better off than Johnny Manziel is.
That's true.
At least he's in the league.
Yeah.
He'll probably get a ring if he stays on the Warriors.
I was like, with who?
What do you mean, with who? Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. That's who. We'll talk about basketball later.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. Yeah, glad that's over.
Dark Lane demo tapes.
I'll say Dark Lane demo tapes. I did listen to this when it dropped, so I actually kind of know what's going on here.
I didn't.
Deep Pockets, When to Say When, Chicago Freestyle to start off the track list. Probably some of the best songs on here. Top Heavy again, as if you're reading this is who it was.
Toosie Slides on there.
Toosie Slides on there. When I heard this song, I'm like, this is straight up TikTok song, isn't it, Drake?
Hey, you know what? I don't hate Toosie Slide.
He really went for the TikTok song.
Nike crossbody got a piece.
I feel like it's not as bad because it's not like other songs where they turn into TikTok songs. It's like you're blatantly making this a TikTok song. So I'm like, oh, I'm alright with it, you know. Not like Money Trees though. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, like these like white girls were dancing to Money Trees by Kendrick Lamar.
What? How? In what?
They were dancing to like the girl feature off Money Trees.
Kendrick Lamar's another one we could do.
Gotta get a Kendrick one going here.
That one I actually enjoy.
Pain
1993. I know that one too.
Everyone always hypes up Cardi.
Hey, Dial It.
Don't get it.
Dial It.
Don't get the Cardi hype. Pain 1993 is Cardi's baby voice at his worst. Terrible. And then he ends off the whole mixtape with the 2 worst songs possible, which are Demons, which, again, no hate to British grime rap. Hate it. Honestly, hate it.
No hate to British grime rap, but I hate it.
Yeah, no disrespect to British grime rap, but
no disrespect. You can't play.
Again, it's like, Drake, I know you didn't grow up in London for 20 years, okay?
Man's hair's getting all disheveled from all the face.
I don't even know.
Face.
I don't even know, bro.
Face.
And then War.
Yeah.
War is him blatantly rapping with a British accent, and I'm like, what is it? I heard that you lived around Jamaican people in Toronto. You live around English people too. I don't know.
He just, he sees something and run it. He runs it. He can be British if he wants to be. What's that picture?
UK jersey different.
What is that?
That is simple. It's nothing was the same old cover except all the blue clouds. It has the Union Jack behind him. Drake always with the UK things.
Yeah, we made it.
Singles. We made it through the Drake albums. Now let's move on to the singles.
He's got some good singles.
This is where I actually like Drake on his singles.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start out with Forever, which...
Are we going all the way back to this?
We're going to start from the beginning on this one. Forever has Drake, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Eminem on it. I feel like you can... I'm not a huge... No disrespect to Eminem, I'm just not a huge fan to him. Again, I feel like Drake, Kanye West, and Lil Wayne have the best verses on here.
Hello, it's the Martian. Space Jam Gardens.
Again, Wayne brings it, you know.
There they go.
That's a good song. 0 to 100, The Catch Up, one of the first Drake songs I've heard.
0 to 100. Real.
You know, alright. Back to back, already talked about that one. Jumpman, already talked about our hatred of that one. I don't understand why Drake did this, but he released Sneakin' as a single before More Life dropped, and it was not on the album, even though it has the same album cover. And I'm like, why wasn't this on here? Because this would be the best album. This would be the best song off the album.
Sneakin's a good song.
Because that was a 21 feature on it.
You like 21 Savage over here?
Mm-hmm. I'm a fan of 21. I'm also a fan of Kid Cudi, so I don't condone what Drake said about him. But let me pull this up real quick. Because what happened is Kid Cudi had came out and called Drake a clown for hiring songwriters to write his songs instead of writing them himself. So that
this man just says the most disrespectful thing.
Drake came out and said that he stayed zen and perked up, so reality said you don't gotta face it. And this was, I believe this was like, this was within like a month of Kid Cudi turning himself into rehab for like substance abuse and like suicidal thoughts. So like this, it's completely not the right time to bring this up. But
petty.
Yeah, you know, Drake just can't take the hate, I guess. I don't know. And I got Hotline Bling again. Pretty mid song, I'd say.
It's pretty mid.
I don't really like this song in general. Except this song blew up. I believe this was Drake's like most streamed song ever at the time. I believe this has like 1 billion streams on Spotify or something crazy like that. And I had him dancing on it, which was
great.
I mean, I feel like he did that for a reason. He danced poorly on there because there were so many memes, like gifs of him dancing, doing that, doing this thing, you know. Yeah. God's Plan again. Already talked about that one. Nice for what, you know, whatever. Then Toronto Raptors won, and Drake's like, I'll drop new music if they win. They did. So you dropped actually 2 very good songs, which are Omerta and Money in the Grave.
Yeah.
Which is a good Rick Ross feature on it. I was actually surprised. I'm like, Drake dropped decent music. He's actually back to rapping. I like that. I like rapping Drake better than singing Drake. I'll say that right now.
I do too. Well, it depends. Sometimes singing Drake can come out with some good stuff.
I mean, more often than not.
Yeah.
It's bad. In my
the good
in my
singing
opinion,
Drake songs I like more than the good rapping Drake songs.
No.
I do.
I gotta say. We'll talk about our favorite Drake songs later, but Koozie Slide. Again, blatant TikTok song. It's Drake doing the most mediocre dance ever, just kicking his leg like up to the side.
Peace.
You know, I guess his house is cool in the music video.
He can dance like Michael Jackson.
I'd live in that house if you gave me the opportunity
he can
to.
Thug passion.
No, sorry, I'd live in the compound. I'm sorry.
Compound, yeah.
Laugh Now, Cry. Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Laugh Now, Cry Later is my favorite Drake song ever.
That's not true for me, but
I'm gonna say that right now.
It's alright, I guess.
I think Laugh Now, Cry Later is a fucking great song.
I feel like
his verses on it are great. The Lil Durk verse is great. I love that song. That song hits. The beat's great. The the fucking horns sound great. Mm-hmm. I love that song.
What I really like about Drake is I feel like he doesn't phone it in on the music videos. Like he was in the
His
Nike.
music videos are friggin' awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That music video was amazing. That's probably why I like. Half the reason I like that song so much is just because that music video was amazing.
He was at the Nike headquarters, driving around on a jet ski. Marshawn Lynch, OBJ are with them. You know,
great music video. I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great one. I love it. At least it may not be my favorite Drake song ever. It's pretty up there for me though, and it's definitely my favorite song he's dropped within the last 5 years.
Oh yeah. True. Gotta be After if you're reading this, it's too late.
I'll actually probably listen to Certified Lover Boy just because of that song.
I mean, I'll pull it up and it'll be like 80 minutes long. And I'll be like,
no, it won't.
I ain't listen to this.
Maybe not. Only Drake could get away with naming an album Certified Lover Boy.
That's a very Drake album title, though. Like, if you just told me that without the feature, or without...
what if I came up to you one day and was like, yo, John, I'm going to drop a mixtape. It's called Certified Lover Boy.
No. If you came up to me and was like, hey, guess what artist is going to drop this album called Certified Lover Boy?
You would say Drake.
First on the list, by far, be Drake.
Or
Only
Weeknd.
option.
I could see The Weeknd having an album.
I guess, yeah. But Drake would be my first guess.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, maybe Frank. I feel like Frank.
No, Frank doesn't drop albums. So I would never guess Frank. You know?
Please.
I'd be like, you gotta be messing with me, bro. Frank ain't dropping.
Frank.
Wouldn't even come to my mind. I'd be like, Frank ain't dropping.
Come on, bro.
I like how he teased us with all the singles and then just no follow-up.
Oh, no. He had, DHL in my
room. And then he did the... I'm so glad I didn't buy the little Demon vinyl because it's just like, yeah, that shit ain't coming out. Good try though, trying to buy the vinyl.
I was like, and he had all the little pictures that were cool.
Yeah, on like the bottom one. Oh. Yeah, and it's like, oh, this is the 4th track on the album. This is the 7th one.
I was like,
nothing.
Come on, right?
Oh man. Okay, got through all the talking points for Drake. Did you feel like your opinion on Drake changed after you had listened to his albums?
Yeah, I did.
I would say for me,
for all the old Drake stuff, I actually really enjoyed it.
I appreciated old Drake.
It made me
appreciate old Drake. I went in thinking it would be awful
the whole way through,
but it was not at all. I actually enjoyed his first.
4 or 5 albums.
I would separate his first. What is it? I guess 4 projects from his last 4 projects. So Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and If You're Reading This Is Too Late are as good projects. Then What a Time to Be Alive.
So Far Gone is also good.
Scorpion.
You want to count So Far Gone?
Scorpion, bad category. So you can split it evenly down the middle, and hopefully Certified Lover Boy comes out.
Be good.
It's actually good.
Hopefully,
I
have my doubts.
I have no faith in Drake at this point because I don't know what the point.
It can only get better.
I don't know. I think I said that after More Life. Look what happened. This is I don't know. Drake's just coming out with 80-minute long albums,
like Chris Brown.
And I'm sorry, man, I just can't do it.
Didn't Chris Brown drop a 2-hour long album last year?
Drop a 40 song album, something like that.
But Slime and Beat was great.
Hey, Breezy is Breezy, so
if Breezy didn't, do the thing, he'd be one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
But he had to do the thing. I always say this joke to my
it was actually
fiance.
In that neighborhood, actually.
I always say this joke to my fiance, where it's like, why couldn't God give me some of the talent he gave all to Chris Brown, just for him to give it all to a wife beater? It's like, that man can sing, he can dance, he can act, he's pretty. Why do you give everything to Chris Brown, man, just for him to go hit Rihanna?
I mean, Rihanna too, bro. Come on, man.
Come on. Let me have some.
Can't be doing that.
I want to dance. I can't dance. I'll say
that.
Yeah. Not like Chris Brown.
I wouldn't reject Rihanna. She asked me out,
Yeah? She had that big old bang on her forehead. She's wearing a football helmet. I'm sorry, Riri. Riri's gorgeous. You want to talk about some...
Guess we could talk about some of his work with DJ Khaled for free.
No, I was going to say I want to talk about basketball.
Yeah, alright. Let's finish up this Drake thing.
We'll finish up the Drake.
Both pretty good songs. If you had to suggest Drake albums for people to listen to, what would you suggest?
Take Care. Nothing Was the Same. And If You're Reading This Is Too Late. Those 3.
That's probably the same for me, yeah. I would say...
I would also say listen to So Far Gone.
I would say
really like that too.
Listen to Take Care, and if you like Take Care, listen to Nothing Was the Same. Because I think if you dislike Take Care, Nothing Was the Same isn't going to change your opinion.
If you just Take Care, you're not going to like any Drake
It's not going to change your opinion on Drake, yeah. If you find a Drake feature, though, I'd suggest listen to that.
What, a Drake feature?
When he's rapping on features, he goes in. You got
Drake's...
both. Look Alive, No Complaints, Walk It, Talk It, No Shopping. Set on with Fresh Montana. No Shopping, No Stylist, Going Bad, Gold Roses.
Man's goated on the features.
Life Is Good. I would not say that on that one, but that was definitely they just had 2 different songs and then they just stuck them together. Grease and Popstar kind of got me scared because if that's what Drake's gonna sound like on Certified Lover Boy, I ain't gonna.
Grease, man, just
D-Class Weekend.
D-Class Weekend.
And that I didn't say this before, but that's what Drake sounded like on the B-side of Scorpion. I'm just like, The Weeknd could do this 10 times better. That's why I had to put House of Balloons up there. Shout out to The Weeknd for doing what Drake does better than Drake does.
Abel.
Yeah, Abel. Gotta sound like a real fan by calling by his actual name.
Yeah.
That's how it goes,
Aubrey.
Aubrey,
What else we got over here? Jacques.
Travis. Scott.
I guess Denzel.
Denzel's just Denzel.
Travis and Kanye.
I really said Travis. Wow.
You really did. Tell me what you know about
Not a true
Jacques.
fan.
Let me tell you how, Travis Scott.
Man, I don't know. Drake. I feel like Drake either makes really good music
Isn't his name pronounced Jacques?
or really bad music. Yeah.
Or is it Jacques?
I mean, he says, "Let me tell you a story about Jacques." You know.
I can't imagine.
Let me tell you how I turned Scott.
I can't imagine him being called Jacques
He's
ever.
just Travis to me. Oh,
Jacques.
speaking of Travis, we didn't talk about sicko mode.
He doesn't like sicko mode apparently.
All I gotta say is Mo Bamba over sicko mode.
Bruh, I would never say that in my life. Never, ever. Don't listen to what he just said.
In my opinion.
Obama's not nearly as good as sicko mode.
That's just my
sicko
opinion,
Obama
though.
mode is what you need to be
That's
listening
just
to.
my opinion. You know?
No,
Oh,
that's wrong.
before I get into it, we kind of skimmed over this. Gotta do liquor of the week.
Man.
We're just
Cracking.
gonna. Okay, I was gonna get. I was gonna get Virginia Black because that's Drake's whiskey, but I didn't want to
Couldn't
support.
find it.
I didn't want to support him as a person, so I wasn't gonna buy it online.
Virginia Black got me tipsy.
You know, that's the main reason why I didn't get it. So I wouldn't crack it instead.
Yeah, a substitute for Virginia Black.
Yeah.
Kraken. Completely different kind of alcohol.
No, it's whiskey. Virginia Black's whiskey.
That's not whiskey.
Ignore this. I'm kind of losing my mind at this point. You know, listen to Drake for 2 weeks straight will do that to a person. I got whiskey though. Hold up. Got to shout out the man, right? Well, no, not my man. Go around this way.
Where are you going?
I actually got whiskey on me.
Oh, I'm not drinking that.
I'll do this instead.
I'll take the Kraken. You can have that.
Shout out Conor McGregor.
I ain't
For
taking
the proper
I ain't
12.
taking no proper 12. That's gross. I don't like proper 12. I'm a whiskey guy, but I hate proper 12.
I don't mind proper 12. Actually ain't that bad.
I haven't had Kraken in a very long time, like years.
Yeah. It's been started this year for me. Then the night did not end too well.
I haven't had Kraken since I lived with Jack.
If I don't remember right.
So that tells you about that.
All right, liquor of the week. Kind of got mixed it up this week, you know. Went down pretty easy for me. Ooh, hits me a few seconds after though.
Man, I'll tell you what, that Kraken makes you feel nice and warm.
I don't know.
If there's anything John loves, it's Kraken. I'm surprised he didn't take the shot of the Kraken.
I think I ruined that for me. I don't know.
You ruin Kraken?
Mm-hmm.
I hate doing that. I always do that though. I find a liquor that I like and I just ruin it for myself.
Bacardi Limon or Kraken are on my no drink list.
Exactly. Bacardi Limon used to be. I used to love Bacardi Limon. I can't even look at that stuff.
No.
Jack
Okay.
Apple.
Let's
Can't look at that.
any closing thoughts about Drake? Yeah.
Drake on features better than
Big dub.
Drake on albums.
Big dub. Drake albums not the best.
That's all I gotta say about Drake.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, not a huge Drake fan. I'll run through them real quick. I don't think I really listened to a Drake album front to back before this.
I haven't either.
The one I listened to the most was probably Take Care. Other than that, really hadn't listened to anything. Was
I
the
don't
same.
think I've listened to a full album by Drake before this.
I listened to If You're Reading This Is Too Late before that, but I stopped at Madonna. As everybody should. Only listen to the first 5 songs off that thing. That's all I need to hear from that. Other than that, Views, I listened to that. But at that point, by the time I'd actually started listening to Drake projects, they're already bad. So, whatever. Glad we got through this. Glad I can finally stop listening to Drake.
Yeah, we can. The next one we can do something we actually really enjoy.
Yeah.
Maybe like I don't know, Travis or Kid Cudi.
Travis, Kid Cudi.
One of those.
Like just talk about albums that I got on the wall. Something like that. We'll find a good topic to talk about. Glad this chapter of my life is over. Of my podcasting life is over. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to all the people who actually like Drake. I don't. I know this was just a hate-filled hour and a half. I just had a lot to get off my chest.
Mostly just absolutely taking a dump on Scorpion.
Yeah. That was pretty much half of this podcast. But it's deserving. It's deserving for it, honestly.
I would say so as well.
Had to break out the black hoodie for Scorpion.
Was it worth it?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
It
It's
wasn't.
warm in here.
It is. It's hot. It's
And
hot in
he's-
here, and I sat through a whole podcast wearing this.
Wearing this sweater, and I was like, wow.
Had to. Hey, checks over stripes.
No.
Checks over stripes.
No.
That's what I like.
No.
Don't wear no 350s around me.
Adidas gang. Okay, says the guy that only wears NMDs. Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Okay. I think that's going to be it. We're kind of trailing off now.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten the hate out of my system.
No, I really did think,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Redemption's on my mind. Got me thinking about you.
I can wrap it up.
Let's just add this right now. I don't know. This I'm pretty sure this has been the fourth podcast episode.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. I've gotten behind on my editing.
We'll get the
Haven't been on top of my game. You know, I'll get a few of
We
them
were
out.
quarantined for a while, so
Yeah, you know.
kind of ran through
Had
the
to.
COVID thing. So
Yeah, couldn't.
we'll catch up.
Yeah, you know.
We'll keep it uploaded.
Even though I was at home for 2 weeks, I couldn't find myself to edit that Marvel podcast we did. But it'll come out. It'll come out. So
Probably
that's
before
it.
this one, I would assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably edit that one first. Okay, so peace. I'm not sure if I introduced myself. I'm John.
Terrell.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I just want this podcast to be over with.